Hey everybody, Matt Monster here, back with Marvel Heroes. Now we got the much awaited Emma Frost. And she had her level 52 review. And I thought it was very well done, this review. And opened up a lot of different changes. So going into it, a lot of skills are still there, and they're a little bit rearranged. I had her at 50 already, so everything is out in the open. And we'll see that Kneel Before Me is now a signature ability. And look at the damage on that sucker. Whew. But let's start with Diamond Form. Diamond Form is adding +2 to strength and durability, your actual stats. That's pretty cool. Plus defense, physical damage to melee attackers, and diamond armor. You get your diamond armor. I find diamond armor to be a very key, important part to her, especially for survivability. She's got some other parts that they're trying to open up to make her survivable, but when I played around, you know, everything changed in the test center every few hours, but when I played around with them, I really liked what I found, and I'll get into that in a minute. We got Diamond Heart over here. This changed quite a bit. You know, you get to 50% of diamond armor, which is nice, but you also gain twice as much diamond armor from the attacks, and you get physical damage rating bonus. That's awesome right there. And a projectile bonus chance. So that all lasts 8 seconds. You can do that once every 20 seconds. And then Sudden Dread, big change here. Not only does it frighten enemies and make them cower for 3 seconds, but they take damage for those 3 seconds. It's a point-blank area effect. So wherever she stands, it happens right out from her. Very nice add-on skill. I went through Kneel Before Me, massive damage, massive crowd control, massive damage negation. I mean, you're negating 80% of incoming damage, and you're kind of locked in place, so you want to time it right, but you can do it every 15 seconds. This is an awesome signature. Awesome signature. Perfection. This is for the Hellfire Headmistresses. Regenerate 10% of your maximum diamond armor per second. This is as long as you're not in diamond form. And a mental damage rating. Again, as long as you're not in diamond form. Mental overload. Interesting thing, you can blow up your pet and then get a base damage buff and a base damage negation, basically like extra armor. So you can go petless. I like this ability because if you think about it, you really have to do these 2 skills to make the pet worthwhile. That's 40 points because the pet itself is kind of useless. And this Inspire Minion, the damage it does is really what makes it pay out, and the taunt. So, you know, you only need 1 point to get that 15% damage bonus and 15% damage negation bonus. That saves 40 points from a pet, and that's about the same kind of thing. You probably get a little bit more, but with a pet, I'll take this for 1 point. And get rid of that useless tool of a slave. The developers almost all but made it useless. It's nowhere near as good as any of the other pets out there. Telepathic Torment, where is that? More AoE, and it does it slow. It makes things vulnerable now. It's only 10% extra damage, but you know, it takes extra damage. Telepathic Mastery. Oh, the thing about that damage is it doesn't stack on top of each other. If someone else puts it up there, it's only 10%. It just overrides. Whoever's got the longest lasting is the one that's going to be up there. Telepathic Mastery. This is for the telepath side, obviously, plus mental damage rating yet again. And then every time you hit with a mental power, as long as you're not in diamond form, you regenerate health. So they're kind of getting away from the lifesteal effect where you're stealing parts of the damage done, and they're doing this when you hit with a power. And it's really hard for me to tell at the moment. It seems like every enemy hit returns that health. That's what I'm feeling. but I could be wrong, and I'm really just testing it with Loki, who's got lifesteal and all kinds of other stuff coming in. It was really powerful with the build I got. But same thing happens though with Jean Grey. It's really hard to see what's going on with the numbers in Phoenix form because it's still life every time hit, and it seems like it returns a lot of life. So we have to keep our eyes on that. Drain Psyche. This is added. This is their attempt to get survivability going on. It's adding regeneration of life, and it goes up quite a bit, but you're going to take the damage. And then unlock potential. I mean, the damage rating is nice, and it goes up. I don't know what to make of that thing. 6 seconds, 25-second cooldown, and it says your allies. It doesn't even say you. It'd be nice if it was me. That's really most of the changes. I really don't know if the illusions, I haven't used it yet, really do that little damage, but I don't think so. I hope not. That would make her signature better than her ultimate. So going into the build is basically a play on the build that I use anyways. And I'm calling it Diamond Spin to Win. And we're going to be using Diamond Whirlwind, even though they removed the movement tag from it, so Elektra's metal is no longer paying out. It's still a lot of damage. I mean, 14,000 damage a second to trash is nice. We're going to need our Gleaming Strike here. This is getting bonus damage based on our defense, and it's going to go up a lot once we get in there. Kneel Before Me is too godly not to put points in. I mean, look at that. 80,000 mental damage. It just looks too good. And now we're getting into some of the new things. Because we have Sudden Dread, because we're going to be doing melee against bosses, we're going to use Sudden Dread, and we're going to use Telepathic Torment basically to whittle down bosses and weaken them and vulnerable them and make them cower and really make them cry that they messed with us. We need a point in Mental Overload. We don't need to do any points of Psychic Domination. We can get a pet with that. We can get any pet. Any pet will do. And we only need 1 point in Mental Overload to make sure we can blow it up. We're going to do a point in Telepathic Mastery, because once we hit Mental Overload, we're going to get the benefits of both these skills, because we'll be out of debt of our diamond form. However, this will only work if we're not at maximum. This will work as long as we're not in diamond form. So it's worth a point to see if it will happen. You can take Mental Cloaking. I mean, that's a good get me out of jail free card. You can take Unlock Potential if you want. A point in Diamond Heart is never a bad idea. And Lustrous Lunge, you want to make sure you have that. And that's it. So, oh wait, what do we miss? Oh, Diamond Form. The rest of the points all go into Diamond Form. Max out your defense to get the maximized damage bonus on Gleaming Strike. Confirm that. And then we'll put our Gleaming Strike up. We have to keep that there, unfortunately. Now what we can do is tag this to F2, tag this to F1. I'm not going to blow up the pet until I get into the dungeon, but so we'll have Spin to Win. We'll do Sudden Dread, and the reason why we do that first is because it does less damage than Telepathic Torment, and then we want the buff on Telepathic Torment to make sure that happens. Any chances of getting the buff out. It's not that much, but you know, it's there. And plus this is doing a cower, so there's less chances of us taking tons of damage coming in, and then this will slow everything up and give us enough time to get our punches back going. That's the goal. And let's see, I guess we can have Diamond Heart out there for emergency. And we want Kneel Before Me. So If we're sitting on a boss or we're sitting on yellows, is where I'm thinking using this, because it's a 15-second cooldown. I'm going to burn it whenever. I'm going to pop Sudden Dread, I'm going to pop the Telepathic Torment, and I'm going to pop Kneel Before Me. Let it all go off. I'll definitely, hopefully, take a little bit of damage, so this will kick in, this will kick in, and this will be maximized. And I'll show you how it works. So, gear-wise, I went with Grim Reapers for the spirit per defeat, so I can keep the spin wind going. I got plus spirit on there just to be spirit heavy. I don't think I need it, but it's there. And then Yukio's for the health regen. I do got a good amount of health regen. I got the uniques, which is helping out a lot. I got extra health coming in from the costume, with extra health on the costume, with lifesteal on the costume. My Emma's in a really, really, really strong spot. And, you know, we'll show the stats. The defense rating, 30%. I don't know if you looked at any of my other videos, but you'll notice a trend. Everybody's 30%. Everything's 30%. I have no dodge, though. Barely any crit rating. No brutal strike rating. Damage 15% at 500. Physical damage. So, if you're going for anything on gear, what really pays out, dodge and crit and everything seems to go to that 30% number, but every 1,000 damage rating tends to be 25% extra damage. So it's the awesome damage stat. And then go with hit points and go with health regen. If you don't have that going on, you're going to be in trouble. It's all about that. If you saw any of my videos from before with the defense rework, I said hit points and hit regen were going to be key features. Now they are must features. Dodge just doesn't work anymore. So let's see, level 50. I can't do this. Level 50. I was doing oranges, but the problem is they coded any mobs higher than my level to really... I was doing mobs 5 to 6 levels higher than me, but it was half the damage, so the numbers looked all kinds of weird and it just looks wrong. So those will still be orange. Taskmaster, let's go kill Taskmaster. I don't think I've killed him in a while. It'll still be a little orange, but the numbers should be alright. So I got the pet. You notice I got mental overload on my right button. He's gone. I don't want to use it for anything else. He's just gone. Now the pet's gone. He was useless anyways. Go back to diamond form. And I got a damage buff. And you notice I'm staying within spirit still. I've managed to maximize my spirit gain fairly well. Make sure, yep, this is orange. So the strategy does work still. So these are yellow, so what I'm going to do, or blue, I'm going to show off what happens here. Is that not fun? I mean, it takes a few seconds. It's kind of boring to wait, but they all just die. I like that. Oh, more blues. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. And everything kneels. And everything dies. 70,000 point hit. Those are blues. Oh, here's Duke. Let's get Duke over here. Hey, Duke, take this, take that, and take this. He just kneels and dies. I like it. Where's Taskmaster? Is he dead in this for some reason? Why is it saying I'm already done it? That's kind of weird. I did it a long, long time ago. Technically, the game hasn't really been shut down for too long. I looked at everything on Test Center to try to get it ready for release so I can get the patches out and have the gear appropriate with all the changes. I love doing that. You're going to love doing that, I'm telling you. Emma's a good spot. Where's Task? Why isn't he lighting up? These guys are orange. Just reminding you. Not like that Captain video where I accidentally went into grays. Ah, here's Taskmaster. Want to see what happens to him? Oh, he's summoning some friends. Even females. Look at that. Yeah, he hurt me a little bit. And he's dead. And what level was he? He was level 55. I'm 50. That's how easily I destroyed him. Anything good? The mobs were level 51. I don't know why he was 55. It does some weird things sometimes. Nothing really good. Take the presents. Oh, what's that? Insignia. Ah, stupid insignia. So, that's Emma. That's the diamond spin to win. It will work for you. It is awesome. I love it. It is fun. There's some good builds coming. So, hope it helped. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys later.